Today, we are going to break down exactly how you can skyrocket your English reading speed. Seriously, if you've ever felt like you're reading through mud, just totally unable to pick up the pace, this one's for you.
Does this feel familiar? You're staring at a long English article, and it feels like you're trying to run through water. You see the words, you know what they mean, but you just can't seem to get any faster. It's so frustrating, right? Just being stuck in reading slow motion while everything else piles up.
So, what's actually causing this? Let's call it the reading roadblock. And over the next few minutes, we're going to map out exactly what this roadblock is made of and, more importantly, how you can blow right past it for good.
Okay, let's get one thing straight right away. Your reading speed has absolutely nothing to do with your intelligence. It's not a measure of how smart you are. Not at all. It's just the result of a few really common, kind of hidden habits that most of us learned as kids. And you know the best part? Habits can be changed.
So, it's time to unlock those hidden issues. Let's put these habits under a microscope and see what's really happening behind the scenes when you're reading. Because, understanding the problem, that's always the first step to actually fixing it.
Turns out there are three main culprits responsible for slowing you down. Think of them as the three big speed killers. Let's meet them one by one.
First up, we've got subvocalization. You know that little voice inside your head that pronounces every single word as you read it? Yep, that's it. Now, it's great for understanding things, but it also puts a hard limit on your speed. You simply can't read any faster than you can talk.
Next up is regression. Ever find yourself reading along and then your eyes just jump back a few words, or even a whole sentence? That's regression. It's this unconscious habit that completely breaks your reading rhythm and wastes a ton of time, and you probably don't even realize you're doing it.
And our third speed killer is what I call vocabulary overload. You're in the zone, making great time, and then bam! You hit a word you don't know. Everything just grinds to a halt, right? Your focus is shattered, your momentum is gone, and you're pulled right out of the text.
All right, enough about the problems. Let's get to the good stuff, the solutions. We're going to cover 4 really powerful, actionable techniques you can start using literally today to build some incredible reading speed. Our first technique is the PQRST method. It's a 5-step way to make your reading active instead of passive. So you preview the text to get a general idea. You form questions to guide you. You read to find the answers. Then, and this is so important for your memory, you recite the main points out loud and summarize them in your own words. This gives your reading a real purpose, which naturally makes you faster and more focused.
Technique 2 is a total game changer. It's called chunking. The idea here is so simple, but it's profound. Stop reading word by word. Your brain is way more powerful than that. It can process groups of words all at once.
This slide shows it perfectly. Instead of 9 separate eye movements for each word, you train your eyes to see just 3 chunks of meaning. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. You just reduced your eye movements by 2/3. For English learners, this is massive. It helps you stop mentally translating every single word and start processing whole ideas, and that's where the real speed comes from.
Let's build on that with technique number 3, using your peripheral vision. Your eyes can actually see words to the left and right of where you're looking. By training this skill, you widen your focus from just a single word to a whole chunk at once. You're just taking in more information with every glance.
And our final technique, meta-guiding, is so simple it's almost silly, but it is ridiculously effective. All you do is use a physical pointer, like your finger or a pen, to guide your eyes across the text. This forces a consistent, fast pace, and it physically stops you from jumping backwards. Your eyes literally have no choice but to keep moving forward.
So we've got the theory down. Now let's see how this all comes together in the real world. What does it actually look like when you shift from the old way of reading to the new way? I mean, just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got the old way, these chaotic, inefficient eye movements jumping all over the page. That's regression in action. But on the right, that's the new way, smooth, deliberate glides across whole chunks of text. It's really the difference between walking and driving.
So what does this new, efficient method actually get you? Well, with some dedicated practice, an improvement of 200% or even more is totally achievable. We're talking about reading a book in 1/3 of the time it used to take you. Just think about what you could do with all that extra time.
Look, this isn't just a collection of random tips. This is a new skill set. So let's quickly talk about your path to mastering these techniques so they become second nature.
Here's what you really need to remember. Consistency is everything. You don't have to do it all at once. Master one technique at a time. Maybe start with meta-guiding for just 15 minutes a day.
And be patient with yourself. You're rewiring your brain and building a new, powerful skill. Over time, these things you're doing on purpose will just become unconscious habits, and that's when you'll really start to fly.
You now have the tools. The tools to unlock a level of learning and efficiency you might not have even thought was possible. You can absorb information faster, get through your required reading quicker, and have more time for, well, everything else. So the only real question left is this. With all this newfound speed, what will you learn first?